After years of trying to figure out what I was supposed to do with my life, I decided to pursue education. In my first days of teaching, I had high hopes. I had hoped for a classroom full of engaged students who loved science and were ready for anything I had planned for them. In reality, my students looked a little bit more like this. They were withdrawn and they had multiple issues to work through. I taught at a residential treatment center, and it was scary and disconcerting to say the least. I was convinced that I understood what education was supposed to be. I had taken all the classes that I needed and thought I knew how I was supposed to connect with children. The kids I worked with were hurting, and what they needed was a safe adult in their lives. I had thought I knew what it meant to teach the child, not the content. But these children definitely taught me otherwise. So I began to look more at the character of each child and how I could model safe and appropriate behavior for these children who had been neglected, abused, and altogether burned by the people who were supposed to love them. I went from trying to teach kids about environmental science and biology and the rest to giving them the space that they needed to work through their issues in each of their journeys. So I focused on relationship, and my goal became this: get through a day with each student walking away from it thinking that trusting adults might actually be possible in their lives again. And in the meantime, maybe they learned a little science along the way. I found out that there's light and there's hope when we pour love into each other. I was transformed by this time in my life, and I gained a whole new understanding of what it really means to be an educator.